House Democrats block motion to prohibit Biden from selling U.S. oil to China. You know, what possible reason would you have wanting to sell our strategic oil to our supposed enemy, China? China's working with Russia, and Russia's supposedly supposed to be our enemy. Why would you sell our strategic reserves to them? And especially during a time when gas prices are outrageous and super expensive. It makes no logical sense unless you are bought and paid for by China, like I've been alluding to for a while now. All these Democrats are bought and paid for, so that's why they have they have to get rid of this bill that will block them from selling to China. It's illegal, they're corrupt, and we need to get rid of these politicians. But before we get started, go ahead, hit that like button, share this out so we can get this information out there. Subscribe if you're not already a subscriber, and hit that alarm bell so you know when I'm putting out new stuff. Also, check out my link tree in the description. It has a link to my Patreon where I talk about things I can't talk about here. And there's also a link to my merch store. All right, let's talk about this news. House Democrats blocked a motion Wednesday that would have prevented President Joe Biden from selling oil drawn from the United States Strategic Petroleum Reserve to entities controlled by the Chinese Communist Party. Again, it makes sense to do that. The Rep. David Valadao proposed a motion to recommit HR 8294, the Transportation, Housing and Urban Development and Related Agencies Appropriations Act. A motion to recommit is a procedural motion that allows a member of the House minority to change a bill before it goes to the House floor for final vote. The proposed motion would have prevented U.S. oil from being sold to entities, quote, under ownership, control, or influence of the Chinese Communist Party, or entities that would get the oil and then turn around and export it to China. Valadao's motion comes just weeks after reports revealed that Biden sold nearly 1 million barrels of oil from the Strategic Petroleum Reserve to the CCP-owned gas company with financial ties to Hunter Biden, of course. As Breitbart News detailed, and I talked about it also before, in April, Biden Department of Energy announced the nearly 1 million barrel sale of Unipec, which is the trading arm of Sinopec. Sinopec is wholly owned and operated by the Chinese Communist Party. Unipec reportedly purchases oil across the globe and then apparently sells it through its Sinopec marketing subsidiary. Biden's son Hunter reportedly has financial ties to the CCP owned Sinopec, a private equity firm Hunter Biden co founded, reportedly purchased a nearly $2 billion stake in Sinopec marketing in 2015. House Democrats unanimously blocked the measure with 219 votes against Valadao's motion. Valadio urged his colleagues on the House floor to support the common sense motion because, quote, we need to focus on increasing energy production and not supporting our adversaries while Americans are still suffering from outrageously high fuel prices here at home. He goes on to say these reserves are meant to be used in emergencies only. They are not meant to be used when our leadership has failed us by unnecessarily restricting domestic energy production. And that's well said. I mean, plain and clear. It makes common sense to anyone who knows what's going on. But Democrats voted against it. It makes you wonder whose interests are they really protecting. They're definitely not protecting the American people's best interests like they're supposed to, like we put them in office to do. Uh, Valadio also called out the Biden administration for depleting the United States Strategic Petroleum Reserve and helping China. Quote, it is irresponsible and dangerous for the United States to provide a foreign adversary with fuel that we need to keep here in the United States in case of emergency. It seems the Biden administration is helping to support China's national security at the expense of our own. Well said. It makes no sense. Our government is out of control. It's corrupt. I don't know what more proof do you need. I don't know what more proof do you need that these Democrats did not care anything about the American people. But let me know what you think. Leave your comments down below. Like, share, and subscribe. Check out demarcrepublics.com for the latest in news. Until next time, peace.